Hey everybody, before we get started, this is Tony Teardrop and I'm just coming here to apologize. I know this podcast took a little bit longer than wanted, but it's finally here. I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you. I've been very patient waiting for the next podcast to come out. A lot of technical issues, things like that. But we're going to be on pace. Hopefully we can get these things rolling again for you. But again, I want to thank each and every one of you for being so patient and waiting for the Mousetopia Podcast to come out. Episode 27 is here. Thank you guys for listening and enjoy. God.
Hey, you know what? Here's something kind of funny on the Rockstar tip.
Yeah.
27. So that's a big rock and roll number.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. Now we're recording because we weren't recording before.
Okay,
It's okay.
All right.
Your attention, please.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here we go! How do you do? Mighty pleasant dream.
When hinges creak in doorless chambers.
Space Mountain!
This here's the wildest ride in the wilderness! To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Now we're recording
Okay.
because we weren't recording before.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right.
We'll run with it. Welcome back to episode 27.
Okay, we weren't recording.
We're recording now. Welcome back.
27, episode 27. Welcome to Mousetopia.
My bad, guys. See, that's like I already started off bad anyways.
All right.
Welcome to Mousetopia Podcast. Rock on, guys. We are, back in Jonas's house again. And I want to just kind of point out our boy over here. Look at it. He's kind of swole.
Like a rock star?
Yes.
A god,
A
maybe?
god
Oh!
I wish I could
Yeah.
get some like special effects to be going with it right now.
Lights flashing
Yeah.
stuff.
All right, guys.
So, episode 27. Let's introduce
Well, yes.
ourselves. All right.
Starting on my right, we got very new everybody.
No. Do your god voice. Do your Thor voice.
Do your
You know
Thor
it's there.
voice.
Another.
Another.
All right.
And then to my left, we got Jonas.
Fake British
AAS,
accent.
baby. Fake British accent.
Hello.
And then me.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Big T.
Big T.
Teardrop.
AKA
Tony.
Teardrop Dizzle. Televizzle.
Yeah.
T-Dizzle Televizzle.
Yeah.
T-Bone Steak. Welcome back,
so,
guys.
episode 27. I just popped in my head. 27 is a big rock number. Do you know about 27?
No, I do not know about
You
27.
never heard about the 27 Club?
No.
The 27 Club is kind of an unfortunate name about how many different rock stars died at age 27.
Oh.
Musicians in general, like Kurt
So I
Cobain,
kind of heard about it.
Janis
then.
Joplin.
Yes.
Who else? Mama Cass, Amy Winehouse.
I was gonna ask you. I was gonna
Yeah.
say that. Did Amy Winehouse died at 27
Notorious
too?
B.I.G., all 27.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad if you think about it. 27.
So
that's
it's like a cursed number, kind of.
if you're a rock star. If you're a rock star.
Or a rock.
Hi, Eric. How you doing? No, he already made it. He's already in his 30s though. He's already in his 30s.
we
He made it.
already started with looks. So we have Eric here, and for the listening audience, he is dressed like God of Thunder.
The God of Thunder in
Yeah.
Thor: Love and Thunder in theaters now.
Is that an official shirt that they already came out with that?
That's the official shirt, right?
That's awesome.
And it's supposed to look like, if you guys know, right? You guys
Yeah.
know? Do you guys know what it's supposed to look like, right?
Hella?
No, the movie that they like. Okay, so Thor: Love and Thunder got this shirt inspiration from Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, that's cool.
Right, so the show, it's almost like it, but it's
Yeah.
a little bit different because actually
The
this
shirt
is
that Kurt Russell was wearing.
yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
This is
Right.
the Tree of Life, so it's a little bit different in Thor's shirt. Kurt Russell's shirt, I think it's just like a Japanese kind of a background, I think, right? Or I forgot what it is, but I mean, I don't remember. I haven't seen Big Trouble in
There's
Little
like
China
a
since the
rising
biggest time.
sun, but I remember the red circle.
Yeah, the red circle. So that's the inspiration to this shirt.
Okay.
And then also, I was trying to think of the look. Because, like I said, there's a lot to talk about in this episode when it comes down to Thor: Love and Thunder, which we'll get to it a little bit later. But for sure, I love the look, too. That looks pretty bad. As long as you have your hair flowing and everything.
Yeah, I got this shirt like 2 months ago.
In prep.
Yeah, I tried. Like, you know what? I'm gonna wear this for the podcast.
Right.
But I don't know why, but I do know why.
Yeah.
I started working out.
Right.
Yes.
I did lose some weight, but
Yeah.
that wasn't the goal. I started working out because I just wanted to feel good.
Yeah,
Here's the
you used to
weight
work out
loss
before,
or
right?
not, like your guns are looking good.
Yeah,
So
there's
he was
the-
posting like these thirst trap videos of him with the giant ropes.
Yeah, just like Thor and Thunder, just like that, where he's
And
always
he's like,
like,
I only know him like this, so I'm seeing him act. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I ran him at work one day. I was like, hey man, let me see those arms. He's like, oh god. I was like, wow.
Is that,
Holy shit.
that's when I walked in on him in the restaurant.
And then
best
things-
place to grab somebody
things
else's
got-
arms,
Things
right?
got smooth.
Smooth.
I walked in on him in the restroom.
Yeah.
Right.
I was
And
I
then,
was like, oh.
and then he saw me. He got all excited. I got all excited, and we started hugging each other
In the
in
restroom.
the restroom.
I was like, I gotta.
It's
I
guy
get at this. Look at those
love
arms.
between two guys.
All right, you got the Black Panther Lion King
this
shirt
is the
that
one that
Eric
Eric
got
got
you.
me. Yep, I have
Oh,
it on
and
this
I'm wearing the shirt that Eric got me.
Yeah, the Darth Vader shirt.
Darth Slayer shirt. Hey, I went on this weird deep dive where I was looking for more capo shirts.
Yeah.
Like, and then I was like, capo. Here's the worst thing.
Yeah.
So I put capo shirts,
Yeah.
and for some reason, Google all it brought were women wearing skin tight, transparent lycra shirts.
What the hell?
I don't know if that's like a code name for nudie shirts.
There you go, guys. Capo.
Capo,
Look it up.
Capo, look at it.
Unless he
Look
has
at
like a side gig.
No, it is Capo. I did confirm
Yeah.
it. It's Capo. That's the name of the artist.
That is crazy,
Yeah, so he
man.
has a bunch of rock band inspired Star Wars merch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we'll
I
keep
love
it
though. I
going.
love all those shirts. I've seen them on Instagram,
Yeah.
and when you bought it out from the first time, I was so surprised and so happy about it. I was like, these are the shirts that I
just
wanted
want
to
like
get
a
him
whole
too.
collection of them. Yeah.
I know, it's so bad. Like I said, I'm not wearing my shirt that you got me until The Mandalorian season 3 comes out. I will wear it that
okay,
night,
okay.
and I'll actually wear it in that podcast when we talk about it because I'm gonna
Okay.
sport that shirt
What's it?
so
So
bad.
we're looking at December. Whoop.
Oh God, it's the dogs.
Yeah, that was my dog alarm. It's time to bring in my dog, but don't worry about it.
It should be fine.
Speaking of gifts,
Yes.
I do have a gift for both you gentlemen.
Oh
Now-
God, it's a gift.
Last week I teased, or last time I teased,
Okay.
a big gift I had. And I literally got an email from the lady who I commissioned to do it. And
Okay.
she just flat out said, yeah, it'll be done tomorrow.
Right.
And I was like, oh, can you please? I gave her email at like 3 in the afternoon. I was like, can you please get it ready by today? Because my partner's coming. I want them ready. I want to go over. And she's like, nope, sorry, can't. See you tomorrow. I was like, fuck. So it'll be ready tomorrow. I'm still going to hold off on it
Yes,
until
I'm-
the next record. By now I'll be dying because I'll be like, oh, fuck, I want to share. Because I've really been working on this for the past month and a half. It costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope you guys really appreciate it. But unless it sucks. If it sucks,
No, I'm pretty sure it'll be
I'll
fine.
be like, what happened to that gift? I was
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
and I think that's the thing is like is like I think-
PayPal.
And I really
lost
appreciate
for
like your guys' friendship, to be honest with you, because I think that's what it is like the nerdism that we care about this stuff for each other.
Yeah, like,
how we found
it's-
that it just helps.
it's something that I feel will solidify this little unit. It will make it historical.
And don't
Yeah.
forget, at the end of this month, we have that trip to San Diego, if you guys
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. We're
All
going
right?
to a Spider-Man
Yeah,
exhibit.
so July 31st, I believe, a Saturday. Yeah, 30th, July 30th.
All right, but I
we can't actually go to the actual San Diego Comic.
No, I know he's all sad.
Oh,
He
no.
wanted to go this year.
just you know what?
El Guapo's going though.
I know Wapo is going, like
Hey,
you bastard.
no, I don't know how hard it is now, but back in the day, you could go there on a Saturday and wait outside, and people who were only there for Friday and Saturday would just give you their badge. You could throw them a couple bucks.
Wow.
Yeah, they used to, I don't know how. Again, I don't know
Well,
how
I don't know how
tight,
that works
tight it is
either,
now.
And the thing is, I already got the days off from work. That's all I was hoping I was.
Well, we were off that weekend.
Just
Wait, when is Comic Con? Is it the same
Stand
weekend?
outside. Sounds like Gaslight. We'll bypass. We'll. All right.
Is it the same weekend? The same weekend we're gonna be out there? July 30th?
I think so.
Oh my
man.
god!
Well, there we go. We'll stop to say like, I'll let you massage my arms if you give me your pass. All right, but I did get you something.
I am the Filipino Thor. Come, touch my arms of love.
But I did get you guys a gift, and just to prevent discrimination, I got you the same gift.
Aw, thanks,
So
dude.
you
didn't have
could
to do
just.
that.
It's a little sippy. You could drink your drink in this
It's a sippy.
infinity cone.
Oh, you got this for the movie.
No, it's
From the movie.
From the movie.
From the movie.
So what I got him is just this drink holder that says Infinity Cones.
Yeah.
It's literally just a 1-second gag
in the movie.
from Thor: Love and Thunder, where they're on New Asgard and they're opening an ice cream shop, apparently based on Thanos destroying half the population. And I just love that they were able to just say, "Hey, look, it was once the biggest, most dramatic thing that happened in Marvel Universe. Now it's just a joke.
Now it's just a joke. Now it's just a drink." That is all. Thanks, dude. That is so awesome. You know what's funny? I went to the movie theater. Well, we both went to the movie theater that day.
Yeah.
And I was actually looking for the Mjolnir popcorn bucket. They didn't have any at the AMC we went to.
I think it was. Wait, I saw that there were pre-orders for it, and I wanted it, but then it's connected to the base.
Well, now I want to go to. Now I want to go to DCA to see if I can get the sippy cup, sippy cup one.
That's the thing. I saw it yesterday. I went to Disneyland yesterday.
Oh.
I kept seeing people with it at Disneyland, and I was like, "Where is it? Where is it?" I know it's at Avengers Campus, but then part of me was, I'm gonna run over to Avengers Campus to buy it. And then I realized I can't because I already blew my wad.
Oh,
on this little guy.
Oh, he got one too. I got one too. I found one too.
I went there and I stopped and got the birria taco. Birria grilled cheese.
Yeah.
And then it was right there on the menu. I was like, fuck yeah, I need to get this too. So I got my nerd turtle.
Heck yeah.
Light 'em up.
Yeah, a sippy cup and it lights up. Yeah.
Did you get the dragon?
No, I got that one too.
Where was that? Because I saw people with the dragon, but it wasn't on the menu.
Well, that's the thing is I didn't see the dragon at all. I just saw that guy.
I saw some people walking around with it, and everyone who I saw who was walking around with the dragon or the turtle, I went,
yeah, they're like, yeah.
That's right, we're nerds.
What's the name of the turtle?
To be honest with you, yeah, I just call him Nerd Turtle. They don't have a real name for him.
Okay.
And then he rolls around in a circle.
Yeah.
And I think there's one that he goes like this, right? Like he bows down to you, like hello, and then he just keeps going. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like those things.
I had the best reaction because we went to Jolly Holly to eat, and I was like, oh yeah, I bought some, like, what? And my wife immediately is worried. What'd you waste your money on now? And then I said this, and she's like, "That is so cute."
Oh, wow.
I was like, yes,
Okay.
got the pass. But then because of that, almost right after, that's when I saw the Thor hammer. I was like, "What's that? Oh God!
What did I spend my money on this?"
Yeah. And then the family walked. They were too tired, so they took the tram. But then I walked out the park because I want to stop by Star Wars Trading Post, and I saw more people with the hammer.
Yeah.
And I almost want to go like, hey, I'll PayPal you $40 if you just give me that thing. I was thinking like that guy had. They're getting a 10% markup.
I know, right? Jeez, no, I would have got. That's what I'm hoping. I'm supposed to be going. The 31st of this month, so the day after we go back from Spider-Man, the exhibit in San Diego, hoping to just go. So if I do go, I'll get you one.
No.
And I'll get my one.
No.
You already got your own Mjolnir, right? You have your own Mjolnir, but unless you want a sippy one.
I want a sippy.
Well,
I want to put my Coke on top of mine.
Well, you know what? Like the way it works is that you open up the top and you can put your bottle of Coke in it. But then closed, it lights up. It lights through the cracks.
Yeah, it's the lightning. Like it looks pretty cool.
Strap.
So it's the Jane Mjolnir.
It's a Jane.
Yeah, it's a Jane Mjolnir.
Okay.
Yeah, and then now, speaking of being in the park, she is now a character that's walking around DCA, which is pretty cool.
That's really cool.
And I love how they do that. That DCA now, if it's something important, like you see, like Moonlight. So when Moonlight came out, boom, he was there. Sometimes Loki came out. All the visions of Loki were there, like the vision of Loki in the jumpsuit.
Yeah,
when he's at the time there in his authority.
The variant jacket with the shitty brown.
Are they
Exactly.
still there though, or is it?
You know, I've seen Moon Knight still kind of there.
Yeah.
Loki hasn't been there in a while, but Loki is now his version of himself, which is the one with the horns.
Because they had Wanda too.
Yeah,
And Wanda, I think, is still there.
She was acting creepy too.
Yeah. The whole I love that. I don't know. I like that.
But what about the Eternals? How come the Eternals didn't show up? I was like, they tried to go in and then they got kicked out.
Get out of here.
I've only seen the Shang-Chi on video. I've only seen Moon Knight on video. In fact, you know what? The only in-person Marvel characters I've seen are Doctor Strange because of the show. And then I've seen Captain America on the roof where the Quinjet is. And then I see the Guardians of the Galaxy doing their dance show. But I've never had any character encounters.
I'm starting to love the character encounters, and I'll talk about one when we have another segment later on what we're going to talk about. And you guys probably already know we're talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi. We didn't finish what we were talking about then, but we'll talk about that experience I've had. But I wanted to see, the day that I went, I also wanted to see Buzz Lightyear. Didn't see him.
Oh,
I didn't see him, but he's more of a human now. He's actually a human person.
So his suit doesn't strike me as Buzz Lightyear-y.
Yeah, it's more like a NASA-esque kind of.
I saw
because he doesn't have that
too.
purple thing that's over his head.
Yeah, and I know that he goes through. I didn't see Lightyear yet, but then I know he goes through different costume variations. But I wouldn't even think that he was Buzz Lightyear if I saw him.
Right.
Maybe that's because I haven't seen the movie.
It's like, is it because we're in Tomorrowland? Maybe that's probably why. You know, like I don't know though. But I mean, I liked the movie. Did you like the movie?
I liked the movie. I saw it the second time, and you know what? I liked it.
So wait,
All
so the
right,
first time you were like, and the second time it got better.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did you see it 2 times in the theater?
I did.
Oh wow, what a nerd! Jesus,
I only paid once for
it's
it.
rough, man. I've been waiting for Disney Plus.
The first time I'm like, oh, what am I watching? This is not Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story.
And the second time, you're like,
All right, yeah. Thanks for back
I
my
get it
childhood.
now, guys. Yeah.
I think how fast that Multiverse of Madness came onto Disney Plus.
Yes.
So that's why I'm just biding my time now. But for Love and Thunder, I had my tickets good to go. I want to see it. We watched. I think I was the first of us to watch it.
Right. Yeah.
I watched
You
it
saw
right
it
after
actually
work
Thursday in
on-
the afternoon.
Yeah.
We saw it at 1 in the morning going into Friday.
1 in the morning.
And I got a new job, so then I got to go to work the next day, and I was literally falling asleep. Like,
So hey,
training.
let's talk about your new job.
Okay.
All right. So tell us.
All right, guys. So, and then this is a good way because they also want me to advocate for it. I work as a medical case manager for the AIDS Healthcare Foundation.
That's nice.
So if you guys have anybody who might be low income or somebody that's just having a hard time with money and doesn't have the means for like any type of insurance and you have been diagnosed with HIV, we give you the means for help. I mean, food vouchers. We help you guys out with gas, transportation for and medication, things like that. So we do our best to help a lot of people. I'm still new, so there's still a lot of things I got to learn. Of course, there's a bunch of, but the cool thing is, it was founded by a federal grant. There's Ryan White. I hope I'm not saying it wrong. I'm hoping I'm not saying it wrong. There is this kid, because it's all started when this kid back in the 90s who got a blood transplant. And the blood that he got
Contracted.
had HIV. Yeah. So the
Like a
federal
kid,
government.
like a
yeah,
child?
he was a teenager, like 14
Oh, that's
maybe or
rough.
less than that. So he ended up succumbing to HIV and becoming AIDS and all that stuff. Of course, during that time we didn't have that much going on. So they ended up making this grant that started to benefit people who have HIV and AIDS. You know what I mean? To help them getting the medications that they need and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice to be a part of it. Something different away from. Even though I was there this weekend with you, so I still work at the hospital we work at every other weekend. Still doing the mental health work and stuff like that. But
Again, spreading your wings and it's going to a good cause.
right,
So
and
that's
then what I'm
amazing.
talking about now is I get to spend more time hopefully with Jonas in the afternoon.
So it's weird because today is actually a Monday.
Yeah.
We usually only record on Friday, every other Friday, because I know that's the only day
that we
these
had
guys
off
are
at the same time.
So it's opened up your schedule in that respect. You've been at the parks more?
Well, it's been switched around. So I had an experience the day was Monday when 2 weeks ago when I went for the last time during the day. Because I knew that it was going to eventually switch around to be in the evenings now, and I've gone in the evenings now, and to make it short, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. I went a week ago on a Friday to see the opening July 1st of Pirates of the Caribbean. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But it was cool though. Now I have to succumb to knowing that I have to be there in the evenings now. No more rope drops anymore for me. I got to be there at like 6 o'clock to the nighttime. You know
So
what
do
I
you
mean?
think it's a positive change, or you're like, I miss that early morning rush?
I haven't. I mean, we'll see because I haven't got to that point yet. Eventually, I mean, I know that I'm gonna have to make. If I need to do that, I'll have to do it on a weekend where I want to be there early. But we'll see. Like, I feel like at night there's more of the me crowd in a sense. Less kids, more adults, more of just concentrating on just getting on some of the rides that you want to get on. Some of the rides at night are sometimes the best. Big Thunder is great at night.
I've never been a morning person. I love that time, the evening time.
Yeah. And then of course the sun's mostly almost gone. Hopefully by the time I get there,
lot cooler.
Yes, but I've been running into the summer crowds are back at Disneyland, and it's crazy, man.
Boo!
Yeah.
You know what?
Boo!
Congratulations, you're working or you're going to Disneyland at normal people time.
Yeah, I know, right? People are like not asleep at the time, you know. Like, hey, good morning, everybody. No, like,
Floor's all wet, fucking slipping all over the place.
yeah, because he just cleaned it an hour ago or two. I'm telling you, it's completely different now.
I hate to bring this back to mascots, but then I was just at the park yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I've seen the mascots walking around. They're no longer staying up top behind barricades.
Yeah,
they're
or
right next to you. I saw Mickey as soon as I came in. I was like, I want to wait in that line. I want to wait in that line. I was telling my family, I was like, we haven't seen him or hugged him in 2 years. Yeah. I'm gonna bum rush him.
I know, right? Yeah.
Like an area man tackled by Disney security for trying to attack Mickey Mouse.
Right.
Let me at him.
Well, that's how it was when I first saw him, when they were able to drop him. So director Isabel and I went a couple of weeks ago when they
shout
first
out to Mrs. Bell, who is not here today.
So director Isabel and I went the first day you're able to hug and touch people. Now we didn't even know that. We're just gonna go just because to Disneyland, and then we're like, wait, she texted me. I was like, we can hug the characters again. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, look at your Instagram. So I looked. I was like, let's go.
Dude.
So he got in line right away, and I hugged Mickey, and I got pictures of it. It was awesome, dude.
What I gotta do is I gotta hug, or Audrey, my daughter, has to hug Chewbacca.
Right.
Because I have a video of Chewbacca walking, and then Audrey walking up to him, and then trying to hug him and trying to give a high five, and he just goes, ah, and then walks right past her.
Oh.
Because at that point it was not even any contact, so he didn't even give her a fucking high five.
Yeah,
But
that's
now,
kind of
I'm gonna attack everyone. I'm gonna right on the floor. Just,
I love you.
let's you get out of this, Elsa. I'm gonna hug you.
Get off of me, Anna. Get off of me.
This is not sexual.
I just love you.
Just want to touch you. Canceled.
Speaking of which, some of these awesome artifacts we have in front of us. So, of course, we talked about Jonas's awesome nerdy turtle. These two, the Holy Grail and the statue, are from Indiana Jones. Dude, I've been seeing a lot. Magic Journeys. Shout out to them. If they probably won't ever watch this podcast, but I love their YouTube channel, Magic Journeys. They had a really good video because they have a couple of cool things with Indiana Jones inspired. Of course, the hats. The hats, you can't go wrong. They have also this light up torch.
Well, I actually have that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Well, that's actually been there for a while.
Right.
But then the artifacts are new. Full honesty, this one was eBay. And
but they still have that one there at Disneyland.
Well,
though, I think.
they have a version, but it's not this good.
Not good. Okay.
Right. This one is from Disney, the fertility idol, and I have Indiana Jones prop friends who'll probably look at it and be like, "They're off, they're wrong, that looks shitty." But I love how that looks.
Yeah.
The Sankara stone, that one actually I got from Amazon. I've seen the real one. It looks a little glassy to me, but. In the bazaar, they have the crystal skull.
Oh,
it's not ready yet, but then
what?
you just see how it looks, and I'm like, I think I.
Are you guys
want
big
that.
fans of Indiana Jones?
Fuck yeah! Jesus Christ!
Yeah. Like, and you know what? I know they're supposed to be making the last one with Harrison Ford. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. I know that the first three for me were just the cornerstones. They're amazing.
I haven't seen the.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about the last
Okay, I know.
The one with Shia LaBeouf, right? That's the one with Shia LaBeouf?
That's the crystal skull.
All
right, I enjoyed it, but it's very digital. It's very, very digital. Now, part 5 is actually a different director. Steven Spielberg didn't do it, but because of that, the director, I think it's a return to form, less CG, more realistic.
Okay.
But yeah, I think.
And
it's
I'm
almost
hoping
wrapped.
they go in that direction. There's something about it, just kind of like the practical effects. Again, going back to Star Wars, like how we talked to Eric about it. You have to appreciate the craft that was the original Star Wars 3 movies. Like,
so the original Indiana Jones, they were in the desert. They were on a tank. There was a helicopter right there. But then Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, it's like every part of it looks artificial.
Right, it does.
And I'll tell you, I enjoyed it. I did. But then part of me was like, come on, man.
There's missing something.
But there's always a joke about Indiana Jones becoming too old to make these movies.
Right.
Conan O'Brien on his show had the most excellent joke. And this is a joke he had fucking 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Where like the next Indiana Jones movie is called Indiana Jones and the Comfortable Bed. He's like 85 years old.
I must get into bed now.
I know there's going to do age mapping technology or
Yes.
de-aging technology because they had behind-the-scene pictures of Harrison Ford filming, and he has the green dots on his face.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's going to be just for a flashback or for the entirety of the movie because they got to make him look like, again, Indiana Jones.
Exactly. Like, are we going pretty much right after the Crystal Skull story? Because honestly, he was already older at that point too, and they made that point to kind of like to show like, hey, he's not as limber as he used to be, man.
Aliens, right?
Aliens and Shia LaBeouf, and then they were trying to subtly, actually not so subtly, pass the torch on to Shia LaBeouf.
But it just didn't
But
go
there's
that
a
way.
really famous shot of Shia LaBeouf staring at Indy's hat on the ground, and he's slowly trying to reach it, and Indiana Jones at the last minute says, nope, and he grabs and puts it back on. So the segment's about up, but then I just wanted to just give a little teaser. I have another funny Audrey story that's connected with Indiana Jones.
Okay. Hi, Audrey.
Oh, she's right off camera.
Oh, he's right away. Okay.
But we'll get on that next one.
All right.
All right.
No, we still got we got 2 minutes at least, 2 or 3 minutes. We're good.
All right. So Indiana Jones, you have to be it's a fun ride.
It is.
It's
It
one
is.
of my
I
favorite
miss it.
rides. You have to be pretty tall to get on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been with Jack. I've been watching his height. Get there. Finally, he was tall enough, and we ride it. And then now we're waiting for Audrey. So last night, we went over, we measured her, and I swear to God, you couldn't fit a piece of paper in the height that
She's
it
just
took for her
right
to get there.
there.
She's right there, and they said, "Sorry, we can't let her on."
Oh.
So then we went off to Pirates, went on a Haunted Mansion, and then we went to get some beignets. And I was like, "Hold on," and I went to get some napkins. And then I fold them up. And
No!
then I put it in her shoes.
No!
And then she's like, "Daddy, why is this?" Like, "No, don't worry. Just so we write Indiana Jones." And she's like, okay. And then we're sitting there, and she hits me with this. She goes, "Daddy, I don't want to do the wrong thing." And I was like, "Fuck." Okay, all right. And then I took the tissues off. All right, but you know what? Let's try again, because maybe the person who was the attendant was just too strict. Let's just go try and measure you again and see if they'll let you on. And she's like, no, I don't want to write it. I don't want to write it. So then I realized it wasn't about her wanting to do the right fucking thing. She was just trying to look for any excuse to not write the ride.
She wasn't trying to do the right thing.
She could be like 6'4". And she'd be like,
Dad, I want to do the right thing.
I don't want to do the right thing.
I love that. I love that.
That's a good story.
I love that.
I was like, God damn it.
Oh, my
2 more weeks, I bet you
God.
should be tall enough. And then I'll have another story about me and my daughter getting in a fight right before her ride.
But Dad, I want to do the right thing.
I felt the shittiest ever. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, you're right. You're right.
Oh my God, that's so awesome, man. It's so awesome, guys. That's so cool.
But I didn't do it, Disney.
He
I
didn't
didn't
do it.
I
He's
didn't do
doing
it.
the right thing.
I didn't do it.
He did the
Child
right
Protective
thing.
Services.
On that note, guys, we'll cut to a commercial break at that point. We'll come back with more Disney and then some more of the goodies after that. So stay right there.
Be back.
Be right back.
Hey everybody, it's me, your favorite food character. You already know who it is. Right now, I'm listening to the best podcast out there, the Mousetopia ENT Podcast. You can find them on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you can hear podcasts. But right now, I need food.
All right, guys, we are back. Second
Welcome
segment.
back.
Welcome back, guys. So we are still going to talk a little bit about Disneyland, and we're going to talk about the ride that came back, baby. Finally come back, and I'm super excited. You guys might have seen it on the vlog. July 1st, 2022. A Pirate's Life for Me. The Pirates of the Caribbean ride is back at Disneyland. I am super excited, super stoked. And then you went to Disneyland, so did you ride it too?
I did.
How did it feel to be back on it?
It felt great, but I kind of fucked up because I was really curious. First off, how long was it gone?
Oh, that's a good question. It was gone at, well, I think it was at least just this year.
Yeah.
But it was at least 4 months probably that it was down for refurbishment. And they did a lot. They did a lot.
I watched the video
Fresh
the
Baked?
day before. I don't remember who it was, but
Yeah.
it was like, what were the changes? And it looked like a lot of lighting stuff. They mentioned the trees out front. So there's 2 big trees.
I
in
didn't
the
know
queue.
that they were dying.
I didn't know they were dying too, but I figured it's probably because they fucking people walking by and throwing gum in there,
Or like carving on the wood on there when you're waiting.
But then the new trees are these 2 little magnolia trees. They look so shrimpy, and you're like, oh.
But at least if you think about it, when you kind of stand on the bridge looking at the beautiful facade of the front of the building of the Pirates of the Caribbean, it looks really awesome.
Yeah.
Because you get more of the aspect of the front of the building than you used to do before. But I know that back in the day, the bigger ones at least used to give you a little bit more shade.
Yeah.
Because during the summertime, it was hot.
I think they just wanted you to be able to see the dream suite. Like now you can see the place you could never
You
afford to stay in.
peons. You can never afford this place. Good luck winning sweepstakes or something, buddy. Lottery.
Of course, and I don't want to get controversial, but there's a lot of jokes about, well, I wonder what they're going to do about Johnny Depp.
Right.
Part of me was, are they going to take him out?
Right.
And I didn't want that.
But he's the cash cow, guys. Let's be honest. Did you guys stay for Fantasmic or no?
I did.
Okay, so he's still a critical and a big part of Fantasmic, like always before. And of course, like being on the ride again, he is still part of the ride.
Yeah, but the thing is that, to be fair, the character Captain Jack Sparrow is a part of the ride.
Right.
But
not Johnny Depp, Captain Jack Sparrow.
But then, Jack Sparrow on Pirates of the Caribbean, that's Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
That's his exact face. You ever saw that video of when, I guess, the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie came out and Johnny Depp showed up at the ride?
I was there.
Right,
I was there that day.
You were there that day?
Yeah,
but you didn't. But you weren't on the ride though. You didn't go on the ride.
Me and my friend. Let's say my friend. Me and my friend, we usually go to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride every time we go.
Right.
But for some reason, on the app, it says it was closed.
Oh.
That was the only time that we never went on that ride. So when we were driving back home, we were seeing posts on social media saying that Johnny Depp was there.
That would have
like,
killed
oh
me.
my God, we missed it.
God, I mean, well, that shows again his testament to, or his commitment to the character.
Right.
I know that he does. He visits hospitals.
Yes, as in character.
He goofs around with people, and honestly, through all that Johnny Depp Amber Heard stuff, I couldn't hate on him.
No, I couldn't hate on him either. And
But
you know what?
Maybe they took him out.
And side note, I wasn't there the other time. He was there a couple times before, but he wasn't necessarily in the ride. He was on the Dream Suite. Mm-hmm. And
Waving
he was
at
looking
people?
down, waving down at everybody, dressed up as Johnny.
Look at these dead trees.
Yeah, but my cousins were there, and I told her because I was getting the messages through Instagram. I'm like, dude, Johnny Depp is there. Go see him, and they were able to see him and take video of him like on the scaffold scene saying hi to everybody. That was cool.
But even when he was on the ride, how long was just hanging out there?
You hope? I mean, maybe at least an hour at the most. That's enough. That's enough for maybe 100 boats. Maybe. Mm-hmm. I mean, 100 boats with people saying hi to you and losing their minds, seeing him right there on the side.
People will that'll be a forever core memory.
Oh heck yeah! So that is a core memory for sure.
I missed out on it.
You did miss out on it. Your friend missed out on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool though. I mean, it was cool. And then now, just again going back to it.
What other changes? I know lighting.
Did
stuff,
you? Yeah, the lighting stuff. So did you notice though the burning part, the embers looked a little bit brighter, a little brighter orange, so like it was still on a little bit more.
From the beginning, I noticed that they took out weeping willow trees.
Yes.
And I love those trees. That always looks like Bayou, Louisiana.
They needed to put a little bit more, I feel like.
I know,
but they added more flowers, I guess, to the
little
water.
magnolia flowers that were... I noticed there's a fucking crocodile there.
Yeah, the alligator.
40 years. I never know.
I didn't know that until they moved it. Now there's more lighting, so you can see it now. That's so weird, man. But it's cool though. And then trying to think what else. I felt like it was a little slower around, like being able to take the turns and stuff like that. Again, but the lighting elements were still there.
There's a big change in the first scene once you leave the caves with Barbossa. They changed the music.
Yes, it's not the same one that we're.
That's the Pirates of the Caribbean theme. So maybe they lost the license. I don't know. But now it's just generic ass fucking
like dramatic music. Hey, yeah. But that's all right. It's all good. It's fine. I'm glad it's back. I'm glad it's an option now because I know that it bottlenecked so many rides within the area. Indiana Jones was so packed. Yeah. Jungle was packed.
We got to talk about that. Like, it wasn't just a ride that was refurbished, but then they took out Tarzan's Treehouse.
And it's still gone. And I showed it in the video that stump is gone. The stump he used to climb to get into the tree is gone. And it's a bigger walkway, which I know that's why they're doing that.
Yeah.
You know, to give more people the access because honestly, like that was in the way.
How many people contracted COVID from that little narrow bubble?
I know, right? Can't we just take that stump out, please?
COVID City.
COVID's coming back, man. I'm telling you,
coming back strong.
That's horrible, man. But hey, do what this guy does and wear your mask when you're supposed to. When you're supposed to. I'm just saying. None of us are doing shit. You shower with your mask. Yeah. And then, so we're going to transition into what we're going to talk about in a little bit, but I want to share a quick story. So, talking about meeting characters, finally met the Dark Lord himself.
Oh, why are you calling me a Dark Lord?
the man in his shirt. Darth Vader finally met him.
He hasn't been at the park for a while. He always used to be at what's it called, Launch Bay?
Yes.
Yeah, but then ever since Galaxy's Edge came out, I've never heard of any encounters with him. He never goes to Galaxy's Edge.
And it's sad because I think he needs to be in Galaxy's Edge, but I think what they're trying to do is keep Galaxy's Edge in the new stuff and then everything else old and Tomorrowland.
There's different theories when it comes to how they're going to theme Galaxy's Edge. Because right now, the newest characters to show up there are from Book of Boba Fett.
Right.
Which can exist with the Mandalorian, but is outside of Rey and Finn and all that stuff. So,
but then Rey is still walking around.
Yeah. So I heard some, I guess, wish lists of having theme days at Galaxy's Edge, where since Black Spire has existed throughout the entire Star Wars timeline that we know of, one day could be all original trilogies. So you see Luke, young Han.
Oh my God.
And then one day it'll be post Return of the Jedi.
That would be legit. So you have Darth Vader there. Not Kylo Ren coming out of the ship, but Darth Vader. Yeah. You have the original Stormtroopers, not the ones we got now, the First Order troopers. You got Leia, you got Rey, not Rey, I'm sorry, Luke. Yeah. You got Chewbacca still. Han.
The rides would have to stay untouched, but at least character-wise, you'd be like, all right now I'm 9 years before Yavin, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And then the days we have the Mandalorian and Boba Fett and Fennec Shan and all them, that would be pretty cool.
So what was it like seeing Darth Vader?
Oh, dude. So, okay, just to let you guys see, I got this tidbit from the Cali Bay. Shout out to the Cali Bay. It was also big on YouTube and on Instagram. He called me. They all say it's my brother. Yeah. I wish it was my brother. I met him a couple times. I met him at Knott's Berry Farm and at Disneyland. He's a really cool guy with old Eric.
Near him.
Huh?
Go around, just start staying near him.
Dude, okay, so quick side note. Yeah, I was telling you, when I did the Food and Wine Festival, they thought it was him when I was recording. I'm like, it's not me. It's the Cali Bay.
Yeah, right. You just don't want people to mob you.
I know. So, if you have a Disney Visa card, when you have a Disney Visa card, you're more than welcome. You get a photo pass for free. So pretty much when you go see Darth Vader, they will take a picture of you taking pictures with him, stuff like that, and it's all for free as long as you have your Disney. And you cut everybody else in line.
I'm glad that you said that. I thought you were going to say if you the only way you can take a picture with Darth Vader is if you apply for a Disney Visa card. I was like, fuck that.
Today.
Oh, you want to hug Mickey, don't you? Well, sign up.
Sign up right here.
It's only 35% APR.
All right, let's do it.
I love Mickey.
So I was technically the first one in the Visa line. I bypassed at least 15, 20 people.
Excuse me. Pardon, peon.
For VIP here.
Out of the way.
Like Wayne and
just showing your credit card to everyone.
Wayne and Garth, like Wayne's World, like showing your pass. Yeah. I was doing that. So literally, as I walk, so he's in the launch bay, in the very bottom, in a little hidden corridor. So I had my first glimpse of him because there was a family already in line next to me, so they went in first, even though I was in line for the visa people. So she walked in and he walked out. Literally, his presence, like he is super tall.
They get a fucking 6
They
foot
went,
nine
yeah,
person
6
do
foot
that.
something, and I'm like, already getting like, scared.
Excuse me, sir. You pissed your pants.
Yeah. You clean it up, please.
Can I get a picture first?
So they have a table where you can put your stuff down. And I walk up to the table, put my stuff down. And as I'm putting my stuff down, I turn to my left and he is already walking up to me. And I'm like, and all the first thing I can do was, Lord Vader. That's exactly what it
you
is. I was
sell
like,
out.
Lord Vader.
Right to his knees.
Yeah. I bitched out. It's like, Lord Vader. And he looked at me and he just kind of went like this, like follow him. And I followed him so we could take the pictures. And I said, Lord Vader, I like when you choke people out. Can you show me how to do that? So that's when we were like this in the picture.
Ooh. Like the stormtroopers, does he have pre-programmed recordings?
No,
that
it's
speak?
just a breathing. He doesn't say anything, just
he
breathing.
doesn't say
No, I
anything?
wish he did. He didn't say
man.
nothing.
So I had a little flashback from the first time I met Vader, which was with my son when he was maybe 2, maybe 3.
Right.
And then we were in line at the launch bay.
Okay.
And then there's a little hallway that leads up to him. So we were just standing there. I was trying to get him ready, fixing hair and stuff. And the other family ahead of us left. They took the pictures left. And Vader saw that I was down here with my son getting ready. And he ran, he walked quickly straight up to us and stared down at us. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, oh, God. And my son lost his shit. and then he stopped and realized he fucked up and scared a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Walked back to wait. And then in the picture, you see my son. He is visibly shaken. He's standing away from him with his back to him like this.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, it's okay, son. He's not real, I think.
Yeah, and it's weird, like how you feel. You feel like, of course, in our heads we know it's a movie. We know that world doesn't exist, but I guess for some people, like it. We grew up with it. It does, in a sense.
He's been there since we were born. And
Exactly.
Before you were
Exactly.
born.
Yeah.
And he's always been a figure of fearsomeness.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
evil. But the funny thing is that we had that much stock built in him, even though we never saw how evil he could get.
Yes.
We did see how evil he could get.
He saw the video. Can I put it on there? 1, 2, 3.
And that's a nice segue
Yeah.
into the Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan.
All right, so once again, just like last episode, I'm deferring to Eric. We're going to discuss how it closed up, our final thoughts.
Because honestly, we were so
Spoilers.
excited that you've been watching it and you actually watched it
I
and
did.
you finished it.
I finished it.
And
Even though it took me a while to finish it, because for full disclosure, I didn't see the last episode just
Right.
because of the fact that it was all over social media.
Right.
So wait,
And
it got spoiled for you before
it
that?
got spoiled for me.
fuck,
Like,
Steven,
but
that's-
you know what? It got spoiled for me, and I started watching clips of the important bits, and
Yeah.
it felt like I watched the whole thing. To be honest with you,
Right. Yeah.
And
But really, just that final episode, oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So we'll
So,
talk
like I
about it in a little bit, but yeah, let's go back to the beginning part. Yeah.
So, like I said, my catchphrase in this podcast is I will never, ever talk about Star Wars.
And you're eating your fucking words.
I know.
Star Wars is the best. Fuck Marvel. Fuck comics. Fuck you, El Guapo.
Hey, that one came from the heart. That one came in deep.
I know.
Fuck you, Waffle.
That's right.
There's like so much venom in that one.
You know what's funny though? Side note. Freaking Eric was like trying to, I guess, send a clip to a Wapo in Thor's voice, but he said, what did he say? Like taking over Mousetopia or some shit like that.
El Guapo.
I forgot what you said.
You want revenge? I want revenge.
The
We can be called the
Mousetopia.
Revengers. We can take down
Mousetopia.
Mousetopia ENT.
I was like, what the hell?
I feel bad just launching it on El Guapo because he loves Star Wars.
Yeah, I know he does. He loves Star Wars. Yeah.
So, like I said,
He's listening to this right now saying, wait a minute, I love Daredevil, but I love Star Wars too. Shut up, bitch. Fuck everything that's not Star Wars.
like I said,
Hate Disney.
I didn't want to talk about it. I never wanted to talk about Star Wars because I was never a fan. But this
Oh my
series,
God.
you know what? It made me a fan. And I'm going to do another thing that I haven't done in this podcast, which is
Whoa! Very at ease.
Let me look on you with my own
Nice.
Yeah. So this is what I look like.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Watch you lose subscribers.
Oh, shut up. Just
You
get
know
out of
what's
here.
fucking weird? That's the first time I've seen your face in person since we met.
Oh, shit. Yeah, because you're always wearing your mask at
I'm always wearing
work.
my mask. I'm always wearing my mask here
Oh,
too.
wow.
Yeah, so take a good look at it because it's never gonna happen again.
So, what do you think of? Okay, so the last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Kind of started off episode 4. Where we're at, like, so what's up? Like, what do you
Episode
think?
4. The only gripe that I do remember that I'm like, it was when he was like hitting the stormtrooper with the. Was that episode 4?
Episode 4 was the one where he went on to the planet. No, wait, no, that was.
Yeah, that was episode 4
Is that
when
the
he
one
was
where-
hitting the stormtrooper with his lightsaber, but he wasn't cutting through him. He was like hitting him with like a bat.
Is that
And
the
I'm
one
like,
where they got captured? And then they exploded that fucking aquarium?
when he was trying to save, he was trying to save.
Oh, yeah.
When they got into
yeah.
it's right before they met all the, I have to quote unquote rebels.
Refugees, rebels,
Yeah.
what do you want to
Yeah.
call them?
And it's just a nice contrast from the first episode to the 4th episode, wherein he was so weak in the first few episodes.
Yeah,
Like,
but
he was
he
a
was-
shell of his former
And you think,
self.
like, seeing former Jedis
Yeah.
and younglings encased in this, like, I feel like it's like Jurassic Park Amber.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a theory behind that. Everyone we saw in that little, all frozen in time. There's a
Right.
little youngling. There's a couple aliens. Those are just the stars of the next Disney series.
You think
like,
so?
Like they're gonna take those characters and build shows around those characters.
But if they're encased in that
Well,
amber, are they
they're
dead?
I don't think so. I think they're suspended
Suspended in time,
Yeah.
kind of like how they do with the
Carbonite.
Carbonite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's another form of carbonite.
Again, just a theory. But then also, you wanted to see him go from completely weak and ineffectual and just cutting his little sushi to getting stronger, becoming more, using his powers more to finally.
I'll say something too, because shout out Ben from work, RM Benjamin.
Yeah.
We talked about it, and he's also like Star Wars.
Oh,
And
I
he's-
didn't know that. That's cool.
But he said that he didn't like the Obi-Wan Kenobi because of the way the Obi-Wan was being portrayed. And I'm like, dude, I was like, you as well, maybe
Did
maybe
he
not
watch
you.
the whole thing?
But yeah, he watched the whole thing. I'm like, dude, you should understand, like, being a mental health worker, like, you're talking about a man who had lost everything, lost the union of the people he used to work with, to fight for. He lost the people he loved. He lost his brother, who he thinks he lost.
And also, it all happened because of his training.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He feels responsible. It's just like someone who, I mean, this is going to be a terrible segue, but the parents of school shooters.
Yeah.
They're thinking about, what did I do wrong?
Exactly.
It was because I
How did I make this monster?
Yeah.
What happened?
It's because his dog was sick, and I put the dog to sleep without telling him.
Right.
Or I didn't hug him enough. So Obi-Wan's like, I should have hugged Anakin.
I should have been more of a father figure, less of a brother figure. I don't know. But it's true though. It's so sad. And so I was telling him, dude, like, you got to see it in that sense. Being a mental health worker, like the mental breakdown that man had gone through, and to be able to hide, because he has to hide because they're looking for him, they're searching for him. He knows it. It's just tough. So you have to see it in that point of view, to eventually be the Jedi that we all know and love, one of the strongest Jedis in the universe.
Yeah.
I'll argue that not only did we see him as how we remember him, we see him better.
Yeah.
This is
You
the
saw him
most
more powerful,
This is the
yeah.
most powerful we've ever seen Obi-Wan. Just
Yeah.
sending those fucking rocks. All right,
Yeah,
look,
let's
right there.
skip 4 and
Yeah.
5. Let's go to the last episode. The last episode was freaking amazing.
All right,
The last
I
episode was
loved it.
badass.
So I was wrong with one of my theories, which was it won't be an all-out action. I thought it was going to be a quiet, meditative conversation between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader about, like, well, you could come back. I'm like, no, I cannot. No, it was just fucking fighting.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was awesome, amazing.
Would you say that
story.
it's like the best fight
Yes!
in Star Wars?
Yes!
Yes, I think it's
Yeah.
better than their first fight because this one isn't as acrobatic, or there's not a lot of useless movements on it.
Right.
The first fight was way too long, and it's the same.
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
All right, fine. Every strike in this, first off, lightsabers alone was angry and purposeful. He's like, I want to kill you. No, I want to kill you. Him getting sent into that hole and being covered with rocks.
He wanted to bury him alive. It's over. I wanted to get you out of here.
I did want him to say one line though.
Which was
Darth Vader.
Hello there?
No, Darth Vader when he was, I have the high ground.
Oh, everyone was saying that. Everyone was saying that.
No, when I saw that earlier, I'm like, oh, is he gonna say it? I'm like,
I have the high ground.
yeah.
It's just that glib and shitty. Like, hey,
Obi-Wan.
I think
jump up, come on,
Come on,
do it.
I'll
Fucking
cut your
Obi-Wan.
ass fucking down, bitch.
He's like, I have the high ground now.
When he lifted up those rocks. So we've seen that kind of Jedi power in episode 8. Rey lifts up all these crazy rocks
To get the people out of the.
but then she wasn't offensive with it. So just seeing Obi-Wan lift up these huge fucking boulders and just send them one after the other at Darth Vader, and he's just like, oh shit, when did he learn to do this? How come you never taught me this shit?
Because it's one thing to move large objects like he did and just throw them on him, compared to a number of smaller but bigger objects, but just literally pummeling him with it.
Boom, boom,
He looked
boom.
like a shonen manga character. That's why I liked it a lot.
Right.
You know, and you talk about how powerful Obi-Wan is. How powerful is Vader?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in episode 5, he was fighting Reva with without using his lightsaber.
No, he was blocking the lightsaber at times when she was striking him.
And he didn't
just
even
with the
wanna-
force.
Yeah, just with the force.
Oh my
But
god!
honestly, I think that's less indication of how strong he is. Whereas, and this is not going to sound good, but how unskilled Reva is.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, first off, well, spoilers, I guess, but she is a Padawan.
Yeah.
She was one of the Padawans that escaped Darth Vader. Darth Vader in episode 3. Mm-hmm. So that means
Order
that,
66.
Yeah. So that means that her training wasn't complete.
Right.
So if she is fighting Darth Vader, and at this point, Darth Vader knew her.
Oh, yeah.
He knew her from day one. Then he doesn't have to give much energy.
No.
He just has to be like, oh, whoop.
Yeah.
Oh, the way he was missing, like he made her miss. Like so, it reminded me of, and I always go back to Kill Bill. I love Kill Bill.
Yeah.
The scene with in volume 2 of Kill Bill where she was training with the monk.
Yeah.
You know, and he was just
from here, you got a good look at my foot.
Yeah, you know, this is my arm, bitch. You know, like that.
There's one part when he takes her lightsaber and snaps in half and then throws it on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, try again.
Try again. Do it again. I was like, yes. It's so badass. And the power that Vader has when that first ship takes off and
He
his
just grabbed it.
and he brings it down.
There's even a joke about that too, where like, oh, I stopped this one. Oh wait, there comes another ship that flies off. Another indication of him using his power in an amazing way, and then not being able to use it in the exact same way a second later. Like they did that in episode 2, where he stopped the fire.
Right.
Oh yeah.
and then the fire starts up again, and this time he doesn't stop it. Well, I stopped the ship. Then another ship comes up, and I can't.
But I'll be
stop
honest,
that
I
one.
did like the what you said about it. Maybe it was his way of like, you know what? I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna make his ass suffer, and it's okay.
Yeah,
You
but
know
with
what I
the
mean?
ships this time, it was more like, oh, oops, wrong
Whoa,
ship.
my
wrong
bad.
Maybe I could stop. No, I can't.
He's already too far gone already.
All right, so back to the final duel. Oh, god damn it. So Obi-Wan lands a final hit that slices his mask open. And he sees, for the first time in ages, the first time we've all seen it.
Yes.
We've seen Hayden Christensen, Anakin.
As Vader, which is
Skin all white, eye all yellow and red.
and he has the scar that he has in episode
Yeah.
4
Where'd he get
right
that?
up
Oh,
here
that's
where
where he
now
got
we
it.
know that he
Yeah.
got it from the freaking lightsaber.
And his face, through his little crack, looks evil, looks maniacal. And while he's speaking, he sounds like Hayden Christensen until he says Obi-Wan, and it sounds like Vader again because his voice box all fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I was telling Eric, did you notice the contour, like the contrast of lighting at that point? Like it was blue at first. Like you could see more of the resounding blue coming from Obi's lightsaber at that moment when he's saying it's not, you didn't kill.
Yeah.
I am not your failure,
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like you didn't kill Anakin Skywalker.
Kill Anakin Skywalker. I did.
And right at that moment,
It
the
turns all
switch
red?
from blue to red.
Oh,
Because I
man.
think that's when he lifts up and then the way that I'm going to destroy you. And I was like, oh my God.
God.
That was so heartbreaking. And
It's heartbreaking, but it's like, as a fan, you're like, oh my God, it sounded amazing. You know, like it's, oh my God.
And there's another thing that one YouTube video I watched caught that I didn't catch.
Yeah.
When Obi-Wan walks away that time, he calls him Darth.
Yeah.
Like last time he walked away, he called him
Darth.
Anakin.
Yeah.
But this time he just realized, oh shit, I guess you're Darth Vader now.
You're Darth Vader. So that's when in episode 4 he called him Darth again. He didn't call him Anakin. So we know why. You know, which all of it makes sense at the end. And then of course, you know, with that happening, and then of course. Fast forward to the stuff with Luke, almost getting killed by Reva, but not really happening.
I mean, we knew it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah,
but then you know, to close things out, again, I kept saying one of my biggest concerns is how are they going to justify Leia's memory of this in terms of her acting like she never knew him in Episode 4, and they did in one line. So they're back on Alderaan, and then they're saying goodbye, and then Obi-Wan says, "So." We have to be very careful in the future about people knowing about our relationship. And I was like, oh, cool. There it is.
Yeah.
That makes so then that's why in my head in episode 4, she's like, Obi-Wan, who I don't know.
Yeah.
You served my father in the Clone Wars a long time ago. I never met you. Anyways, I need your help.
Yeah.
But I never needed it before. I just need you this time.
And you know what's funny, though, is they showed a clip of episode 4 when Luke is taking her out of the prison for the first time. So I'm here with Ben Kenobi. And she's all, Ben Kenobi?
Yeah.
So it feels like, okay, it seems okay, like maybe she
Now
didn't.
it's like she's excited.
Yeah, I know it's Ben Kenobi. Okay, we're cool. We got this. Like, yeah, all right. It makes sense.
And then before this show ever happened, now I could read that line as Ben Kenobi. Who's Ben Kenobi?
Yeah.
And now in the context, it's Ben Kenobi, my good buddy Ben Kenobi.
Yeah, Ben Kenobi.
He fixed my robot.
Yes, he did.
Which we never see again.
I know. We never see Lola, even though Lola
again,
now
in the future.
in a store near you. You can get a Lola if you want.
Shit. I mean, I already know there's a deluxe one coming out, and I gotta fight it.
You wonder if it's like a drone.
I know I'm not going to.
You wonder if it's like a drone or something like that, right?
It fucks things up just like the show. Like I see that all my electronics aren't working. Like, oh, someone switched the thing to evil.
Oh, Lola. Oh, it reminds me of The Simpsons. Remember with the Krusty doll? Yeah.
Someone switched Lola to Empire.
Yeah. Oh my God! But at the end of the day, what a great series. You're a fan.
I'm a fan.
That's
I'm a fan.
So where are you gonna go from here?
You know, I'm gonna start like I said, I haven't started watching the first movies, but you know what? I'm gonna start doing it, like for real. I'm gonna start watching with an open mind.
This sounds so funny. It's almost like an intervention, like you know what? I'm really gonna stop drinking and using drugs. It's a big thing.
Yeah,
and welcome. Yeah. Fuck comic books. That's right. Yeah, he doesn't like comics. He likes Star Wars.
Fuck that shit. And who knows? Maybe I'll see what we can do. Maybe we can do like a little TV, like a movie thing with him, and we can record ourselves watching it with him. Live commentary, and you know, we'll see if you guys want to see it. Like I said, we have to break it down for 10 minutes for continuity, but we might have a Patreon for it if you guys don't watch the whole thing. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. But yeah, that's the end of Obi-Wan. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I loved Obi-Wan. We all loved it, as you can tell. But we will be right back with our last segment of the show. We'll be right back to Mousetopia Podcast. Woo! All right, guys. Thank you guys for listening to the Mousetopia and watching the Mousetopia Podcast. Real quick, if you guys want to follow us, you can follow Variant E at _Gentoki_ on Instagram. You can follow Jonas, which is fake British accent. That's exactly how you said it. Fake British accent put together on Instagram. And of course, follow us, the Mousetopia Podcast, Mousetopia _ENT on Instagram. Thank you guys for listening. We are back right now. All right. There, get that chair back in here. Welcome back to the Mousetopia Podcast.
Welcome back.
With this beautiful, glorious hammer in front of us.
It's Mjolnir.
It's a Mjolnir. I can't even say it like that.
Meow.
It's meow meow. Oh, Darcy.
It's Mulgenary.
Jonathan.
Welcome back, guys. And we're going to talk about the movie Thor. Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder.
But, spoiler alert, if you guys not have seen the movie,
big spoilers.
Don't hear this part until you do. So you can always find us everywhere. Find us on Spotify, on Podcast, Apple Podcast, on Anchor, and on YouTube, of course. So We'll be talking a lot about the movie, and right off the bat, what's the first word that you guys can describe the movie with?
Rock.
Oh, all right.
Rock and roll.
Goofy. Goofy and fun.
2 words. Okay,
Yeah.
so you use 2 words.
I use 2 words.
Where you
but
at?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Goofy as well. I like Goofy just because Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi is
It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a
Me
bad
saying,
thing.
goofy.
No, it is an acquired type of comedy that he does have. He might be, might catch a lot of different people's attention. I, in fact, like his comedy. He does have a lot of different movies he's also worked in that I do enjoy. Plus, of course, he's Korg, so you can't say no about
We'll
Korg.
take it back to Ragnarok. So Ragnarok was a huge change of pace from all the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And actually specifically for Thor movies.
yeah.
Thor movies were real dark and plotting and rainy and very like epic and the most I guess the best way I could say is the most Lord of the Ringy of the Marvel movies.
Yeah, I can say that. When you went to Asgard, it's all gold and all these things, and yeah, I can see that.
Then Ragnarok comes in and everything's all shiny and neon and Jeff Goldblum acting all weird and Korg, of course, weird offbeat humor. And it's a signature of Taika Waititi. He's done What We Do in the Shadows. He did this great movie called Boy, Rise of the Wilder People. And again, acquired taste, but that was my taste.
Right.
So automatically, I loved the movie, just in terms of a Taika Waititi movie. But in terms of Marvel, I really loved what they did with, well, I guess with Lady Thor. Oops.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The Mighty Thor.
The Mighty Thor.
So we talked about the genesis of Jane Foster's Thor in the last episode, and they went 100% with it.
Yeah, they
she
did.
Has cancer.
She has cancer.
Yeah.
So that's the reason. But I think it's a little different when it comes to comic book with the Mighty Thor and MCU. So I believe in the comic book, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you're the man. You're the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
He feels that he's not worthy of being Thor, so he lets the mantle of Thor go. And now this is the part that I don't remember, but somehow she inherits Thor. I don't know how that works though in the comic book side.
Yeah, and that's what I wondered too.
Yeah, because in the MCU side we get more of a story, which is actually pretty cool.
I made a shitty joke that she deemed herself worthy of being Thor because she could fuck Thor.
Yeah,
she
fucked
earned
the god
that
of,
shit.
She
On
fucked
her
the god
back.
of thunder.
Cock of thunder. I'm sorry.
Lord of Thunder.
But yeah, was there a specific way that she became Thor in the comic?
In the comics, not really, but she was just worthy. But for this movie, she wasn't even worthy, right? She just became Thor.
No, they did a little quick flashback, and then Thor wished upon
Well,
the
he was
hammer.
drunk.
He said, like, please watch over her.
Jane.
So that
Little icon appeared on Mjolnir.
The symbol.
The symbol that I think that was the same symbol that appeared in the first movie,
right?
When Odin was putting the enchantment on Mjolnir, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and
he who possesses the hammer.
And I wish they,
Thor,
but you know
Powers of
what?
Thor.
I think they did that way they can, segue into their relationship, because that's a big part of the movie.
Yeah, we wanted to see how they came together, how they broke apart.
Let's talk about before the whole Jane part. The part where they're talking about the people that he was dating.
Oh yeah,
he's dating a wolf girl on a wolf girl, and they're both like, "Woo!" That shit was hilarious. That was pretty funny though. The people he was dating.
I think I read somewhere that that's his actual wife.
It is, yeah, Elsa
It is,
Pataki.
right?
Oh really?
Yeah, she's hot.
That is so cool.
It's a weird thing that I read where a lot of the cast, the director, their whole family was in the movie in different roles. Their kids, their partners, and so forth. And I think it was like a COVID thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When they show Korg talking about, and we see it in the trailer, Thor running, and it's him as a kid,
that's his son,
and as a teenager. Yeah. Now the teenager's not him, but the little one, the younger one, is his son. And then even who they're considering love, as in Love and Thunder, it's his daughter.
This is
which is kind of cool too.
Well, okay, so let's start from there. The opening scene.
Yes.
Fucking A. God damn it. So I've been telling people, well, first off, I've been telling people I talked to the movie about who have daughters.
Yeah.
And I said, this movie will make you feel so shitty. Because the feeling of, a father...
Helplessness, right?
Helpless. You watch your daughter die. Oh, God. Like, I've been comparing it to the first scene of Up.
Oh.
Where it takes you down that low at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
That everything else is a relief. So that's the main thing about Taika Waititi's humor that I think people either didn't like or did like, which was since there's such moments of extreme drama.
Yes.
That when his humor comes in, you're like, is that appropriate? And in my rationale, it was, because I don't want to feel that shitty for the rest of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
There's some real dark parts.
And it was very, very sad. Like, I felt, you feel helpless. He captured the helplessness. Even for him, in the middle of the desert, no food, no water. Who knows how long they've been there.
Yeah. And they're the last of their kind.
They're last of their kind.
Yeah, that's the difference between this Gore
and
and
to
the
pray for their God, who's been in this beautiful oasis.
Hanging out. Oh, and you talked about that, how like it's an uncaring God in the comics. That's why he went crazy.
Yeah.
And you saw it right there in that first scene. This fucking, it's one of mine. Oh God.
Oh,
and
man.
then when he kills that first God, his God, you're like, yeah, right the fuck on.
Yeah.
Keep going. Kill all of them.
Yeah,
kill all the gods.
You feel it, like.
Yeah.
So you can see, and that Marvel does a good job in bringing us villains that actually have some kind of a story like that, like
That we have to
Killmonger.
sympathize.
Sympathize with him. Yeah.
Gore is actually one of the. He's considered as one of the best characters, new characters that were created within the past 10 years.
Okay.
And it's for that very reason that we could kind of sympathize with him.
Yeah.
Christian Bale. My God. That's, I mean, first off, I was thinking about the joke that, they're just taking DC and then turn him into Marvel characters.
Right.
But he had so much fun with that role.
I think he did.
Yeah, like
he's such a what do they call a method actor? Or
yeah, and
like that?
but then that's the joke. What did he do to prepare for Gore? He's like, well, I killed gods. I killed gods for 6 months before I said,
I am ready for this role.
Are you missing your god? Because I killed him.
That's awesome. I didn't know he had that interview. That's cool.
He made a big meal. Nah, he didn't do that, but
I wouldn't be surprised. Cool if he did that. Yeah,
he's that committed to the role.
I was like, when did that happen? I want to see that interview.
How did you feel about Christian Bale as Gore?
It felt so out of place for someone because he's such a good actor that because I consider this as a romantic comedy movie.
That's a good.
Oh, that is a good. Yeah,
it's a romantic.
What you say,
comedy
euphemism?
No,
it's what's that word I'm looking for? But I can see the connection of what you're trying to say.
Yeah, because he's such a good actor. I'm like, what's he doing in this film?
That makes sense because I guess it's the level. Was he slumming it?
Yeah.
But I kind of felt that way with Batman too, just because here's a fine actor who's going to do a comic movie, but then also that's not fair to comic movies where we're like, so because it's a comic movie, we're gonna have some shitty fucking,
unknown actor,
unknown, untalented actor who's buff enough to be Thor, who's buff, who's evil enough to play Gore. I mean they want the Marvel movies, and I've said it, is they're becoming this lightning rod for A+ talent, and not just movie stars, but fine actors.
Well, we noticed
Natalie Portman. There we go.
Let's rewind even that. Multiverse of Madness, Charlize Theron. So
we'll
weird,
see. She's starting.
She's barely
again,
starting
these
off.
Oscar level actors and actresses in the Marvel universe.
I'm waiting to see Matthew McConaughey or something like that.
I was trying. I had this conversation with someone where like, who else is left? I mean, Brad Pitt hasn't done one. Johnny Depp hasn't done one.
He was in Deadpool.
Oh well, shit. Yeah, but that was
half a second.
That shit was hilarious. Vanisher, right? Vanisher.
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
You saw him for a second when he got electrocuted. And
I was like, oh my god, it's Brad Pitt. I remember the first time we saw it in the movie theaters.
So one of the things too that I didn't like about this movie, or didn't like about Gore in general, is that they didn't show him slaying or butchering any other gods.
We got the after effect, right?
Yeah.
Like, we did see the first
one. There's
one.
a trail of bodies that he's leaving.
But that was it.
Yeah, because I mean, so in the movie, we leave with Thor at the end of Endgame with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So he's doing a lot of work with them, and then we get to a point where they're trying to find distress signals, and they're literally getting hundreds of them, and they all figure out that this person is killing the gods, but we don't get to see it.
Yeah, we didn't get to see
And
it at
Thor, it only arises in his radar that's something he has to deal with because Sif, his friend, says, help. Like, out of these thousands of people,
I know her. I know her. Save her.
But seeing the body of that, what was that god? That giant mountain. Thalagar. Yeah. I would have loved to see that battle.
Yeah.
But it would have been like a silly looking battle.
Yeah. I think so too, because if you think it looks like a big ass like Stegosaurus, like a dinosaur.
It's a giant white mountain.
So like, what does he do? Like honestly, like how does he protect himself, or how does he even fight, or whatever?
I just wanted to see, or I just wanted the audience to see how powerful Gore truly is.
Gore can be.
And they talked about it.
And then we knew it was going to happen. The Necrosword.
Yeah.
They didn't talk about how it has a connection with the symbiotes.
They were trying to, again, probably trying to sidestep the connection because it's Sony's game.
Yeah, that's why I was like, in the beginning, I was like, okay, they said Necrosword. Are they gonna say it? Are they gonna say no? Is that the direction that they're gonna go to? Because
once they pay Sony enough money, then they will.
Because we know that the character that was wielding it when we first see the Necrosword on the floor was not Null. It was somebody else.
Yeah.
They said, if I remember correctly, they said it was a god demon or a god a shadow demon or something like that, or a shadow god.
And then the Necrosword at that point has been wielded by multiple users, so it's not Null. Basically.
Yeah.
But it doesn't present like that. We're like, oh, you really need me because you need to kill gods. Here it is. Yeah, no. Like, well, that's the thing. Did it attach to him and give him the power because he was that angry? And they're like, yeah. Or does the Necrosword or symbiotes or whatever find whoever will wield it to dole out justice?
Yeah, I think it needed his anger. That's how I.
Yeah, because that's how it presented in the first scene, where it just rose up into his hand.
And then how I like how they depict God and having golden blood.
Yeah, that was fun to see. Because then you get as bloody as fuck, and
and it's all gold.
PG-13.
Yeah, we can do as much as we want.
Well, how about when he shows up at New Asgard? You see his power. He's kicking ass.
Yeah, he's kicking ass over there. But I just wanted him to go toe to toe with another guy aside from Thor.
Yeah,
it
didn't happen though. Yeah,
it didn't happen. But what we got is actually pretty good too.
What did you guys feel about his acting? Because I feel like I got a little combination. I was thinking in my head right now. The moment he captures the children, he's taking them back to the plane. It reminded me a little bit of maybe Pennywise.
Yeah, because he was kind of
Pennywise-esque.
So he was creepy. He had that. He took that snake trying to cheer him up. Someone told me when I was talking about it, they're like, I think he legitimately was trying to cheer up the kids, just failing miserably at it. The fucking head of the snake roll. Oh, God damn. But then that's what I mean. He was having fun with the role.
Right.
And I'm sure that was a touch point of like, look how he looks. First off, he looked creepy from the first frame when he was still innocent and sweet, but you see him degrade throughout the movie, where his eyes get blacker. He looks like he lost more weight.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's slowly getting possessed, I guess.
I want to see her. I'm gonna hold it. Yeah. See, I'm worthy. So, talking about this guy. Going back to Jane Foster's scene, I heard that they showed. I seen it on Instagram. They do have a extended scene in New Asgard of when Jane actually gets the hammer for the first time.
Yeah.
Which, how did you guys feel about that moment? Because it seems like we just get pretty much like the trailer. We just get dropped in it.
She just shows up.
It shows up and already has it.
I think like I liked it.
Even though we knew we got a taste, not a taste of it, but we knew the direction it was going in the movie.
I was fine with it because they explained later. Where he's like, what happened? Well, I don't know. I just felt drawn to it. So I got on a plane and went to New Asgard. And you got that little shot of her standing in front of the pieces. And they
kind of light up a little bit.
Yeah. So I don't think I missed that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
The only reason I think about it is because we went back to when we talked about Batman and the whole Joker scene afterwards. You know what I mean? Like
whether or not it was necessary to
necessary, yes or no. So it looked cool though. Like it looked cool. Like it's funny because the movie magic. Mm-hmm. So it was shot in, I believe in Norway, I think, or something like that. Actually, literally right by the water, and you see like a guy in a blue suit like holding her from the legs and kind of like shaking them, but she's kind of hanging up in there like because
I didn't need that.
Yeah, little movie magic for you guys.
No, that's the biggest special effect to make Natalie Portman look sickly.
Yes, and we talked about it. I heard from a directing standpoint, when we see Jane Foster getting her chemotherapy, they try to stay away from showing her arms because her arms were jacked. Her arms were jacked. So they did not want to show her arms because she was buff as heck, dude.
I thought they were going to do one of those things where we're going to film all the cancer scenes at once, and then we're going to get you in the gym, and then film all the
and that would have been the best idea. I think that would have been the better idea.
From what I've read, she trained for 9 months.
Jesus Christ! Yeah.
Fit.
I'll be honest.
She looked great. She looked amazing.
She looked amazing.
I'm not even gonna make my typical oh my god she's hot. I mean she's hot, but then she looked like a hero. Then they played on that in a funny way where she was kind of making shitty one-liners because she couldn't get the hang of it.
Yeah.
It was like
something about the rainbow.
Time to bring the rainbow.
Bring the rainbow. Time to bring the hammer or something like that.
Speaking of hammers, and again, this is 100% Taika Waititi. But every time the Stormbreaker came by when he was hanging out with Mjolnir and getting jealous,
that was funny though.
That wouldn't have happened if it wasn't Taika Waititi.
That it was like if it was Stormbreaker getting like upset, that he was like, hey,
floating right next to him, like, oh, I'm sorry about that. No, it's just my old hammer.
It's history. We just have history. Oh my god, that's so good. And that Stormbreaker didn't want to just listen to him anymore. He was so pissed off at him because he was, trying to get back to Mjolnir. Oh my god, that was so good. I love that part. I'll be honest, that part was good.
All right.
But now, Valkyrie.
Pour him some.
Oh yeah. What about Valkyrie, guys? What do you guys think about Valkyrie?
Valkyrie, I like that they're building her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then part of me was, and I don't know the comics, it was like we get to see all this heroism and all this selflessness and superpoweredness, I guess, of Jane, and then Valkyrie kind of takes back seat. I guess Valkyrie had a bigger role in Ragnarok, but then I'm excited to see where they take her.
Yeah. And how about Handel's son?
I
didn't know he had a son.
And it was nice to see that. That was also cool.
Like a good throwback, right? Just to see him,
but I was
waiting
powers. I was waiting for that scene to happen where he's going to find that giant ass sword that's like 7 times bigger than him. I want to go back to the music. So I said that in one word, rock and roll.
Yes.
And in the trailer, famously, it starts with Sweet Child of Mine.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. And Guns N' Roses is the second band I've ever loved. The first band was Def Leppard, but my brothers got me into the Guns N' Roses, so that was the first rock music, or one of the first rock music I was really into. So hearing that song in the trailer, of course, I'm enjoying myself. That's great. But then I didn't realize how the entire soundtrack was Guns N' Roses, and the needle drops, each one just got me so fucking jazzed from very beginning. First fight scene, Welcome to Jungle, then Paradise City, then. Finally, like the last fight with Heimdall's son, named Axel. Or self-named Axel. Like, I'll give you all the power of gods for a limited time. All of a sudden, the last 3 minutes of November Rain. And they're all kicking ass.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I love the movie so much, because I'm really big on how music affects scenes.
Right.
And that the perfect soundtrack in a scene.
Oh, that's right. It's all right. We lost. We're still here though.
We lost camera.
We lost camera. We're still talking though.
Yeah, but how if you have a good soundtrack set to a good scene, it instantly makes the rest of the movie way more better. Because even if the rest of the movie sucks, you're like, I want to get that scene where fucking November Rain comes on and these little kids are kicking ass.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah. But all the way up to the very end, the last scene where they reprise Sweet Child of Mine, except you now read it in a different context. He's talking about love and thunder.
Exactly.
So Gore's daughter, she comes back to life. I mean, we're skipping over a whole lot of the plot.
Oh yeah,
Gore wishes for her to come back to life, and she ends up being adopted by Thor. Yeah. And then they become the titular Love and Thunder. Now,
which Love is a character in the Marvel Universe, which I didn't know until after I found out later. Love is an actual character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Same character? Yeah.
No, but not Gore's daughter. But it is a character in the Marvel universe, kind of like Infinity is. Then I don't know if you know a little bit. Like there's Eternity, Infinity,
Infinity, and
there's one more. But they're supposed to be a single character, right? Like one person that their head switches.
Oh, you're talking about the Living Tribunal.
Oh, that's the Living Tribunal. Okay, never mind. That's the Living Tribunal.
Yeah, that he's like above those two that you talked about right now.
Oh, okay. So he's above Infinity and Eternity.
Yeah,
okay.
Infinity and Eternity are brothers, sisters, or something. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. See, there's a lot of there's God tiers that I mean. I'm like I said, I am definitely a novice when it comes to this stuff. You might know a little bit more.
Yeah, Eternity himself is not fully omnipotent. Thanos was able to beat him with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Really?
Yeah, so he's not fully omnipotent.
Wow. So they make him seem like it's stronger than he is.
Yeah.
So back to omnipotence and City and Zeus.
Yeah,
right?
I love
Zeus. Zeus, he's a god.
Played by Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Played by Russell Crowe amazingly.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Jarrell.
Yeah.
We're setting up. So where's the movie gonna go when we have a pissed off Zeus?
Can I say, and I'm gonna give props to my boy Variant here right now. He did call it, and I was thinking about it.
In the beginning, at the beginning of the movie, so I told this guy, like when they said, oh, they're gonna go to Omnipotent City, I told him, hey, I think the ending of the movie is gonna be Hercules trying to avenge Zeus,
right?
And he's gonna go after Thor.
Before you get any further, though, because Eric was telling me though that maybe Thor was either too OP in this to beat Zeus the way he did beat him.
Yeah.
I don't know because I mean, again, like Zeus is a higher tier as well, right?
Is.
He's like, a higher tier, higher than what Thor should be, right?
Yeah, he's considered a Sky Father, which is on the upper echelon.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying though. And I'm thinking maybe he caught him off guard with the own Thunderbolt, but he didn't necessarily kill him.
Maybe
He
it's
knocked
that
him out.
the Thunderbolt itself is enough juice because it's his own power. Maybe if he tried to use Mjolnir, he couldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
But then I'm gonna use your own weapon against you.
Because if you think about how his sister was able to break Mjolnir easily, and she's not even a upper tier god. I mean, honestly, and then that's cool thing. Like, let's talk about the gods. I want to know more. I mean, I don't know if you guys watch New Rockstars. I cannot wait for him to break down all the gods that are literally in there. We don't know a lot about them.
Here's where I need your help. So if we're talking about all the Marvel movies that have come out and the TV shows, and to Phase 4, where's the end game? End game of this? How do we quantify the Eternals and whatever was beeping on Shang-Chi's ring, and this and Kang the Conqueror? I mean, is there any way you could bring those characters together?
They're going towards the cosmic part of the comics, which to be honest with you, Galactus and all that, which, full disclosure, I'm not really a big fan of.
Okay.
I've never been a big fan
and
of.
I was telling Eric, I need to reset my mind. And we had this talk the other day, literally, because we're programmed for a bigger picture. Now that we got the way that we got with the whole Infinity War and Infinity Saga and all the movies that are building up. And I feel like we're getting Phase 1 again. We're getting
fresh start.
We are maybe eventually going to get a bigger picture. But right now,
which Kevin Feige did confirm that we're gonna get like
a bigger picture.
I mean, I know that
they're probably gonna reveal it
soon enough.
Yeah, this coming Comic-Con, which is like in a few weeks.
You mean that timeline that they always bring out?
Yeah.
Well, if I think about the last timeline, the only ones that weren't addressed. Well, they got what do we have left: Wakanda Forever, Fantastic Four.
Yep.
Quantumania
as well.
What else? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah.
So those four should sweep it up.
Sweep it up.
Maybe it's they're collapsing under the weight of their own creativity.
Because I mean, I think as maybe are we expecting too much now?
I just
sometimes
part of why I love the MCU so much is just that they drew out all these breadcrumbs, and the breadcrumbs came together in such an amazing way with Endgame and Infinity War that I was like, I want more of that payoff.
Yeah,
right.
That was a good payoff. That's why.
Yeah,
like probably the best
payoff and anything that I've ever gotten
or any
into.
franchise.
You know what I mean? Like,
so if they do it again, hats off. I mean, I trust Kevin,
and I hope so. I mean, honestly, there's still a couple of pieces of the puzzle that we've already been revealed to that we don't go back to, like Kang the Conqueror and Loki and stuff like that, like the ramifications of what happened in Loki has such a big impact on what else is going on, but they just stopped talking about it.
I always thought that Kang was going to be the big bad guy.
And that's what I'm thinking too, because he's actually supposed to come out in Quantumania. So,
but then now that I know that there's gods, then I'm like, well, fuck Kang.
Yeah.
Or unless I'm wrong, is Kang more powerful than those Sky God?
No. No, Kang.
Kang is powerful.
Yeah, he is powerful.
He is powerful.
I think he is, though.
This is the problem. Like, who usurps who? Right?
Maybe this is why it's serving as
here's a weird question.
Right
if
now.
you were gonna say who's the most powerful single character, who would you say?
The one above all.
You mean the Lord?
No, but he's too powerful.
Who am I supposed to say?
Christian
Jesus?
podcast
But
I know Jesus
the one
was an
below
MCU.
him would be the Living Tribunal.
The Tribunal, right?
Yeah.
Because the one above all is
Basically
a Marvel myth but legend at the same time of a character who has revealed himself a handful of times in the comic book lore, and they don't know if it's Jack Kirby himself or whatever.
He did present himself as Jack Kirby.
That's
one
pretty
time.
funny.
Yeah.
That's so.
Which we talked about it once, right? We talked about it once on the podcast, right? We talked about it once on the podcast already. Yeah. So you guys remember us talking about it. If you guys do remember us talking about it.
So we wouldn't be leading there because they want to save that for the very end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, all right, I know Galactus is a big guy.
Yeah, I think he should be a good big bad guy.
But all right, Galactus, Doctor Doom. They haven't
yes,
touched him at all.
And I would love to see Doctor Doom being a baddie. Like the baddest baddie. Like I want that guy.
I left my comic books in your car. Did you read that?
I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, the Infinity, because it does show how
Secret Wars.
Yeah, Secret Wars. I mean,
I haven't finished it yet.
It does show how powerful Doctor Doom got.
And we might be going that direction because we do have the Fantastic Four coming out very, very soon.
All right.
So we're hoping and we're praying that this is a good direction that it might be going. Again, I think I have to train myself to not expect more.
Okay.
That I have to take each movie as they are, not as a bigger picture. But they are building always to something bigger.
Yeah.
But I feel like, well, hoping this person comes out in this movie, or hoping this person comes out in this movie. I can't be doing that to myself anymore. I have to isolate myself and let myself know these movies are just as a movie, as a whole, as that story by itself.
I think, and that's good. So we avoid disappointment, but also. That's why we love comics.
Exactly.
At the end of every month.
Exactly.
You know, I got to read the next issue.
Yeah, and it's tough.
What is it? Expect disappointment and you'll
never
be
disappointed. Thank you, Mary Jane. I appreciate on that one. That's it's so true. But at the end of the day, I gave it a 6.57 score. You gave it a what?
I gave it a 10. I've said that it's my favorite time at the movies I've had in a long time.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, granted, I haven't been to movies in a long time, but then just pound for pound, like I was pumping my fist through it. I was excited. I was crying at times. I can't wait to see where it goes.
Right.
So as far as all the pieces of what I want from a Marvel movie and what I want from a movie, it hit all those bases.
Yeah, hit all the bases. Yeah. And then for you gave it a lower score than I did. You gave it a 5 something.
I gave it a 5 initially. Initially. Yeah.
And then I gave it a 2.
Yeah, and then I went home, thought about it. I was actually gonna say that, but no. But actually, I'm gonna give it a 6. You know, I was too harsh on it. There are things that did bother me, or that made me scratch my head, like Thor actually giving the kids like part of his
and
power.
I was gonna say, I was talk about that
and
too.
Then,
was it his or was it Zeus's power?
So how come he didn't do that during Infinity War when he came and saved all those guys? You're like, hey, here's some part of my power.
I thought it was because he had Thunderbolt.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
Yeah.
The kids with powers is awesome.
Yeah.
She had a fucking bunny.
Which I don't mind because I liked it. It was fun. Like this movie is like really fun. If you're going to the movie with an open mind, and I think this is a good movie. But
and then to finish off the whole talk about this movie, the ending, the after credit scenes. We got 2 of them, right? So we got the one that we talked about where they cut you off. Hercules is now being called on by Zeus for revenge against Thor.
Revenge? You want revenge?
You want revenge?
How powerful is Hercules?
He is powerful, but he's not as powerful as Thor.
But isn't he on the same tier as Zeus? The
because he's a
sky thing?
demigod.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
Oh,
He
he's
is
a
a
half
demigod.
human.
Yeah,
That's right.
demigod.
That's right.
Okay.
And then also, he's been in the Avengers.
Yeah.
From what I know too.
He's gonna be a hero.
Yeah, so he's gonna be the guys that are turning kind of like how I see what's gonna happen because we haven't talked about him since we haven't even talked about him on the show at all. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with Adam Warlock. Created.
I mean, that's the last seed that they left from Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Call him
Adam. Yeah.
Adam! Shout out to Adam, my boy Adam.
So once again, all these super OP characters all coming together, and then now here comes Daredevil.
Here comes Daredevil.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
Oh God! All that goodwill we made with El Guapo.
Oh,
Him and Aaron are like
Guapo.
best friends.
I
now.
know.
He's still talking shit about Daredevil. He's like, that's right.
Oh my God.
But this is what I was saying earlier. I'm not really a big fan of cosmic comics.
Right.
I'm more of a fan of the grounded comics like Daredevil, Spider-Man.
And this is the exact reason why, because you throw too much power in there, then there's no. How do I expect you to ever lose?
Yeah,
exactly. How do we expect Hercules to ever lose, or Zeus to ever lose, or some of the other gods? I mean, there were celestials behind fucking Zeus.
Yeah, Spider-Man can't afford his rent money half the time.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
that's probably why we love it, because we connect with them more of a human.
Hey, tell me if that makes sense. Then is that the divide between Stan Lee's creations and Jack Kirby's creations? Like Stan Lee was more like, I want to keep them human and relatable, and Jack Kirby was like, I want to keep them super powered and beyond comprehension.
Well, they did create Eternity too. Both of them did.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
So
okay.
it's not.
Does that ever come back, or
one?
Eternity? So that's not a bad guy per se. It's just a concept.
Yeah, it's a concept. He's an abstract.
Same thing as the ones that we just talked about. I forgot the three-faced person. What was it?
Living Tribunal.
A living tribunal.
Yeah.
So
what are the names of each face? Do you remember?
I don't. I don't.
And we'll look it up.
Yeah.
I remember, but they have something different to each one.
I'm
but in that
surprised
temple, though, did you guys see also there's a statue of the Watcher in the back?
Yeah.
So
I'm
also
surprised
the
you know
Watcher
about
does have
that.
a higher tier as well.
I'm surprised you know about that.
We're gonna
Look
see
at
more
this
about.
guy, like,
we're gonna
doing
see more about that
research.
in What If season 2, which is coming.
Right.
And that's what me and Wapo were talking about.
Yeah.
About what if, like,
and then I am wearing the shirt
yeah.
because Wakanda Forever is coming up next.
Wakanda Forever.
So hopefully that's gonna.
So we're all
So
locked
for
in
what
love for
if?
Marvel.
Do you think that they're gonna keep the same characters from the previous season?
I
or
hope
is
not.
They killed a lot of them. They kill a lot of them in Multiverse of Madness.
Captain Carter's gone.
She's
gone.
The same character from What If universe,
Evil Strange is impaled in some fence.
It's not even him.
How do you know though? Because it could be him. He might have been trapped in that world by himself. So that could have been the living representation of where he was at.
So wait, are you thinking that maybe that's what Wakanda Forever is going to be about? It's going to be about Eric Killmonger.
The repercussions or whatever.
Wait!
happened?
No, I can't remember if he died. Eric Killmonger.
he did die.
Panther. Okay, never mind.
And remember, he
Sorry,
told
Michael
them,
Jordan.
He told them, like, I could save you. We can save you. He's all like, just bury me in the ocean because my ancestors knew that. What Johnny was better than bondage. So I was oh god damn, that's a spicy one right there.
This is all right. We're getting too Marvel crazy, and now that the camera's off, we're unfettered by time.
I know.
But, do you think they would ever be so shitty and cheap as to be like, let's bring Tony Stark back from another dimension? Or
it's not gonna.
No,
be
I don't
RDJ,
think so.
though.
I don't think so.
It's never gonna be RDJ.
I feel like that's why we're going to Ironheart,
Yeah.
which they talked about bringing Ironheart, and maybe even Iron Lad.
There's an Iron Lad.
There is an Iron Lad,
man, there's
which
too
is
much armor.
also connected to Kang.
Are you talking about Franklin Richards? Who's Iron?
Franklin Richards became Iron Man.
Well, he did get
one of
an
his
Iron
descendants.
Man costume. He did get an Iron Man costume, and he lost his powers.
No, because in one of the Marvel comics,
yeah,
Iron Man or Iron Lad, whoever his name is, is Kang.
Oh, okay.
Eventually, is Kang. But again, I'm not the pro at this. I just certain things that I could remember from back in the day. That's all I remember. But yeah, that's happened before. So as I'm saying, like,
there's like a lot of.
I feel like if you bring Iron Man back right now, it just kills what you did.
Yeah.
I hope, and we kind of got into this. Just I hope it doesn't become
or Endgame.
It does. I hope it doesn't get oversaturated.
Yes.
But also, I trust Kevin.
I do too.
All right,
I do too, and I think like I said, I'm in that mentality where I have to stop thinking of, is this part of Endgame or is this part of the bigger? No, it's not. It's done.
Well, if there is one thing that I do want to see is a series for Captain America, though. With him going back in time.
That would be sick.
Him like returning all those artifacts. It could be like a short series.
Like at the moment that he walked in to see, and then like the adventures of maybe together building Shield. And him fighting with that would be bad.
Yeah, that's the only. Yeah, that's
because I know Captain America's my boy. That's what I'm saying.
Some shitty. So they announced. I don't know. They announced it then, but then it's someone was talking about Falcon the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
How it was literally 5 hours for no reason because ultimately we knew that he was going to become Captain America anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Disney, in the search for content, creates all these shows, and some of them land, some they don't. But really, I just want to make sure the movies stay pure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm worried about.
And we did get a little bit of a connection to a lot of things that we know. Darcy was in it. So
that was nice to see.
That was nice to see from WandaVision, of course, and she was in there, and she was there with her during her chemo. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's nice to see just these little.
Remember the show?
Did you notice? I don't know if you guys know, Thor had those shorts. You know what I'm talking about? Shorts.
No.
He had shorts where he was roommating with a random dude in New York.
Oh wait, you're talking about wasn't New? I thought it was Australia.
No, or was it Australia? I don't know. I thought it was in New York or something like that. Well, his roommate was the tour guide in the movie. I was like, okay, so at least they kind of. So at first they thought it wasn't canon, but I guess it was.
That's pretty great.
That's kind of cool that they kind of connected him in it, because those shows were hilarious. Where he's all like, just living with them, bumming it out and stuff like that.
Just like random tidbits, like random cameos on Marvel movies.
Yeah. I liked it. I don't know. At the end of the day, it was still a good movie. I will still watch it again. I actually want to watch it again.
Yeah, they even had a cameo of The Rock.
What?
Oh, yeah.
It took you a minute.
It took you a minute. Dwayne.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You're fired. I'm still going to watch it again with my wife. The four of us were supposed to watch it, but my wife had to work, so I'm looking forward to watching it. Maybe I'll be tougher on it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to... This is what we're here for.
Yeah.
You know what? He enjoyed it. Let's not destroy it for him.
No.
It
makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I felt like that's what I did for this guy when he asked me.
But like I said, like when I talk about why I love it so much, a lot of it was Guns N' Roses and hot
the
girls
music
and stuff like that. So maybe now if I see it with a more objective mind, then I'll see it.
It's kind of like how I felt when the Multiverse of Madness came out, and then he gave it. What's your initial score? Was like
a 9.
Yeah, a 9 something. Like, and it was like a higher score. And then he asked me what my score was, and it was so low. And then I told him the reason why it was so low. And then and afterwards his score was like, all right, I'm gonna bring it down.
Mousetopia, poisoning the well for everybody.
I know.
And I'm like, gosh.
Thanks, Eric. No, but it's true though. I mean, there was a lot of things that we were expecting with the Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
I mean, you weren't the only one. I mean, over here, Jonas is saying that, that whole scene with the zombie, and he was just like,
you ruined that for him.
You could save the world.
I'm
You
sorry.
always had that power.
He's always talking about that. Like, even at work.
Watch it again.
Yeah.
But I still like it.
All right.
I still like the Multiverse of Madness. I still like this movie, and I'll watch it again.
I'll watch it again.
I'll
definitely watch it again.
I think these are like hitting the better the second time.
Yeah.
When I saw Eternals, it hit a whole lot better the second time I saw it.
Cool.
And I liked the way that it was so different, and it was completely out of the ballpark for me.
Yeah.
I definitely liked Eternals a lot more than a lot of people did.
Yeah. But finally, regardless of what movies we like or don't like or hate or that's silly or that's amazing, if they pull it all together, it immediately forgives all those movies.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, again, it sounds kind of shitty, but then that's the truth. I will forgive fucking chatter-faced Doctor Strange if in the final battle where they're, lifting Galactus over a fucking fire pit of mortar or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
And Luke Skywalker jumps into the fire. I was like, all right, cool. It made sense. All right. Anything else, sir? Close it out?
I think we can close this one out, because we're going to talk about Marvel all night.
Yeah,
if
we
we
can
really
talk
wanted
about
to.
Marvel.
But like I said, we love the
Episode
movies.
27.
Comes to a close.
Rest in peace, Jimi Hendrix.
Shout out to everybody who's listening.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening and
Yeah.
hearing the podcast. Sorry that the video ended up a little short. We gotta work this camera thing. I mean, I'm hoping to fix it soon, but we really do appreciate you guys. Don't forget to share and talk to your friends and family about us. Let us know what you guys like. Comment. We want to know what's going on with you guys. You guys never say nothing.
Say it.
Comment.
Talk shit.
Tell us what's going on. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Spotify. Find us on Apple Podcasts. Find us where you find your best podcast. This is Eric. You guys don't see. This is Jonas, who you guys don't see on camera either.
Put a
And
picture.
I am Tony Teardrop. Thank you guys for watching episode 27. Really appreciate it. Y'all have a great night. Thank you guys. Fashion. Fashion. Good night. Bye.
Be sure to bring your death certificate.